Good morning, everyone. So, I wanted to make a video today because I've been promising you guys one that's been spirit led and I've been meditating on it. And spirit wants me to do this video. It's going to be a little more personal than I would like, as much as I'm on social media. Obviously, you guys only see what I want you to see, and I definitely don't like to put my business out there. So this one's going to be a little more, you're going to learn a lot about me today. Oh, excuse the paint on my fingers. Anyways, so there's a few things people have been asking about. One of them is about past lives. And so I'm going to go into a little bit of that, and it's going to tie in with, the topic I'm going to talk about because, and also hearing some of the things that have been going on and what people are wanting to come to me for healing. It's just all going to tie in together. So, past lives can affect us a lot in our present life. For one thing, we bring in wounds from the past, we bring in fears from the past, and they come in and they will show themselves as illnesses or, like I said, phobias or behavior patterns or the things that we like, the traits that we exhibit. All that comes into play, right? And so, a lot of times, if we can understand what happened in past lives, we can heal some of the things that happened. So, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So, for one, my daughter, when she was in Arizona going to college in the snow, all of a sudden she started being in a lot of pain, a lot of pain. We brought her home. She was really sick all the time, sick to her stomach. They diagnosed her with lupus. And as most of you know, that's an autoimmune system attack or disease or what have you, and it's supposed to be incurable. So we did SRT on her, gone. She no longer has that. I've had some people that have been unable to get pregnant and they were carrying wounds from the past, did SRT on them, figured it out, cleared it. So what is SRT? It's spiritual response therapy, and it's using a dowsing system. So, for example, oh, my granddaughter was playing with it. I don't know where it went, but it's a pendulum that swings and then a series of charts. I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm not telling you this so you can come to me for SRT. To be quite honest, it's one of my least favorite methods of healing because it is very time consuming, but it's very effective. I am just telling you this because there are a lot of people, especially women, that need to heal from the wounds I'm about to talk about on the second part of the video. And also to let you know that, you don't have to come to me. Like, not everyone's going to resonate with me. And I used to believe that if people were in my space, that meant they were supposed to be here and they were supposed to be here for healing. I no longer believe that to be true. I believe that, yes, they are here because they want to be healed, but I may not always be the best person for them or them for me. And when I've gone against that and try to help someone when I didn't feel in my spirit that I should, it's bit me in the ass every time. So I will refer people out. There are different ways to find out about your past life. It's not just SRT. That's just what's easiest and comfortable for me. But there's hypnotherapy. There's past life regression. There is just meditating and tapping into your Akashic records, going to psychics who can actually tap into your Akashic records. Some people say Akashic, some people say Akashic, whatever. Um, but I'm saying if you can get to the core of what's going on, then it's better. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that. So, my two most recent personal experiences, I was helping someone with one of their issues. We're doing SRT. Somehow they brought up exercise, and I was saying, yeah, I love to work out, but I cannot run. Like, I cannot for the life of me run. The minute I run, my ankle, my shin starts to hurt. I've thrown my shin out, like, or I sprained my shin, and the doctor was like, I've never heard of someone having a sprained shin. So yeah, leave it to me, right? And so and I told them, like, the minute I start to run, I'm sure it's all in my head, but all of a sudden my shin starts throbbing, and I know there's nothing wrong with my shin because I do all kinds of other workouts. And so then I thought about it and I was like, why haven't I SRT'd? So it came about that in my most recent lifetime, um, I was in the slave days. I was in the slave days and I was captured and I kept trying to run. To this day, I don't like being confined. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like being in the same place for too long. I'm always wanting to go and get out. And, so now it kind of all makes sense. And when I, dug deeper and did the SRT, it turned out that in the slave days, I was a runner and I was always trying to run, and to the point where they chopped off my foot, right? And so that explains the pain, my inability to run, and also explains why some of my behaviors are what they are, and why I have such a extreme calling and connection with Santeria, because that was something that came about during the slave times, right? And so um I did some clearing on that. I did some forgiveness work on that. And lo and behold, when I first started, I'm doing box fit right now. When I started doing that, I couldn't even run half of a round. I forget what they call it, but anyways, a round. And now the other day I counted and I can do 7. I'm not saying like I'm not so out of breath or it's not effortless. And some people might say, oh, well, it's because, you're the consistency of it. No, I've been trying to run for years and years and years and years. And there's only one time in my life where I was able to get up to like a mile. And I mean, it took months. And even then, like, it was still throbbing, my ankle and my shin. Well, this time I did it. I did get winded because wasn't drinking enough water, but there was no pain the first time. So I did 7 rounds consistently. The second day I only did 4, and then when it started to hurt again, I was like, nope, I'm free. I'm in a different existence. Nothing can hold me back. And then, came home, did a little more clearing, and then I was able yesterday to do some more. I didn't even count because I was just feeling so good about being able to do it and knowing that I was in a different headspace and just place of healing. So I feel like it's not relevant anymore. And now I can work on running and building stamina in the physical sense. So that's my first example. The second example is going to be a lot more in depth. And I think I'm actually going to break the video in half right now and go into that segment, because it's been something that I've been dealing with for years and years, since 2001. Primarily, it has to do with women issues. And we're going to talk about cancer, and we're going to talk about healing, and we're going to talk about, anyways, you'll see. I'm going to stop it here so we can go into phase 2 of the video, in case nobody wants to watch all of that, or somebody wants to share just that portion, because I was guided that should be separate. Okay.